This is the fly we're going to be tying today, and it's just a simple bait fish pattern, and it is by the late great Ed Bendl of Northville, New York. He tied many of these tandem streamers and he had all kinds of different patterns. This one's just beautiful in its simplicity, and I call this one Bendl number 2 because he had dozens and dozens of these. But here's how we tie it. So to start off with, we've got a salmon fly hook. This one's going to be the back hook in this, and really simple. All we got to do, we're going to make a tight thread body because it's going to have tinsel and we want to make it look nice. And I'll grab a piece of tinsel. So this is two-sided tinsel, so we're gonna put the gold side up to start with because we want the silver side to show. Just come over. I want to get it on the top of the hook shank. There we go. And we're going to just tightly bind that. And strap a nice tight tinsel body. And he always used the tandem flies, and he did a lot of trolling in the lakes in the fall. And a lot of times trout and salmon, when they bite a bait fish, they bite it back towards the tail and crush the tail section of the fish's body, and then they go back and eat it. So a lot of times he was getting hits on streamers that were tied on a single hook and he wasn't hooking the fish. So he went on, like I said, he developed a lot of tandem streamers because he did a lot of that fishing in the fall. Always from a boat and trolling the flies. So we got that, and then this needs to have a piece of monofilament to join it to the other part of the streamer. So we'll get that hooked in. We gotta get you in there and you in there. Pull that all tight. And we just make the head of the back section. Doesn't have to be a lot. And it's a little tricky to whip finish when you got the monofilament in it, but it can be done. So with these streamers, I'm going to use, for the cement, a little bit of black nail polish because I think it makes them look really nice. So I'm going to use that for the head cement. Okay, so there's our back hook, and he always made them so the back hook is going to ride point up. So we'll get our front hook in, set that aside. He used the flies that I have, the salmon fly hook's like a number 8 and the streamer hook's a number 6, if that makes sense. I'm gonna make a tight thread body. Doesn't have to be perfect. Get that all the way to the back because we gotta go up and down once more. Okay, so bring our back hook in. And the one thing about tying these is you have to be aware that that back hook is there, because you don't want to forget and hook yourself. So get 5-6 wraps. Just stop and hold that on there. And that's going to go down through there. And I usually, at this point, cut it off. It's going to have about that much that's going to get wrapped back. So we'll just bind this all down tight, all the way up. About to there. Bring the bottom part up. And we'll just go over that nice and tight. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. And you can always twist this or whatever you got to do to get it to lie about like that. Okay. Next piece. I'm going to grab just a sparse pinch of white bucktail. And throw that in a hair stacker. And that's going to go, oh no, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, so we're going to set that down. We got to have more tinsel. Okay, so the next step is our tinsel again, so we gotta have the gold side up. Try to get that on the back. There we go. I always leave them long because if I cut it and tie it in by the tail, sometimes you get a hump. I'm just going to trim that piece in the front. So I'm going to just go back down that. Because I want to just get the tinsel to come down and have a nice body without bumps and odd looking spots. So we'll bring in our tinsel. Nice tight tinsel body. And these materials are real common stuff that was around in the 50s and 60s. There was a lot of flies tied with bucktail because that's what they had to work with. They didn't have synthetic fibers and tons of stuff that we have today. They tied a lot of flies and they caught a lot of fish. And again, watch out for the salmon fly hook. Okay, so I got some white bucktail, sparse bunch that I already ran through the hair stacker. So that's going to go about that long. Bind that down good. Taper this up. And we need some brown. Those are pretty even, so let's bring that in. And maybe a little bit too much, so I'm going to take some of that out. You don't want to make them too heavy. Looks good. Got our brown, we got our white. Just add a clump of pearl crystal flash over the top. And we're going to trim everything in the front up nice. And we'll just make the head of the fly. one little fiber in the front that I gotta get rid of. Okay, whip finish. And I'm going to again use that black nail polish. And just and that's it. Simple but effective. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I still am having fun building the channel, and it's been a good time talking to folks. So if you have any questions, send in a comment and I get back to everybody. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel, because that helps considerably. And share the videos with your friends. If you got other friends that fly fish, I've got fly fishing videos and a lot of fly tying videos. Please share it with them. Thanks for watching.